For play with una day now. Now una man, the Ekuna man, the Ngi man, the Bakuri man, and proudly so una Anglophone brother. Call me see Cletus Senator, His Majesty. I will answer the way that you wanna call me. I was teaching the worker the way they work out for all man for play una find una self. Countryman, countrywoman, before one start that our program, before one study program, I would say I want someone to hear this. If you want to marry my brother woman, you got to prepare. If you want to marry my brother woman, prepare. You got to prepare. If you want to marry my brother woman, prepare. You got to prepare. If you want to marry Tamina woman, you got to prepare. If you want to marry a woman, you got to prepare. If you want to marry my country woman, you got to prepare. That is how it is. Una don't understand countryman, countrywoman. At time for now, una Tory and the Tory day, una no say post-electoral violence if they Cameroon, and una no say the thing don't go the way it don't go. They don't go for parliament yesterday. They talk say they don't put Biya like president for the 8th time. 8th mandate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to actually understand what will take place now, what will be the news about this matter. Newspaper, they don't report plenty information them concerning this matter, concerning the way things they happen. The Post newspaper, the Guardian Post newspaper, it don't knock stick for Biya head. Bang, 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 bang. What's the Post newspaper? The Guardian Post newspaper talk na Cameroon newspaper. It talk about Biya and say be papa for empty promises. That means say he just talk anything, you know, they think any of the thing the way he talk. Most newspaper them for Cameroon today. You know, so when people don't tire some man, they don't tire the way they do things. If when I hear Biya speech what I propose now for this platform, is when I go understand say the man no day for change. He no day for change. It is maintain the very hard line. The very thing the way they cause problem for Cameroon. Cameroon a country is dead they so. They borrow money for do any kind of nonsense thing for day. Cameroon organize African Nations Cup. CAF given 3 years. No stadium for that stadium where Biya and people don't take money for people. They say the one bill you don't complete. No one. When I go look at the infrastructure there, it's just na bra. So Mr. Paul Biya, what's the important for you? Na power and nothing but power. Any man who want talk anything, talk am not talk about his power. Talk not even fight to say you want to be president like he. No, just go ahead. Any other thing. But if you want to talk about his power, you know. He congratulate to them. That means say, he say, thank you for the work when I do the professional work. Good. I'm not me against any man. But the facts are there. No matter will be against this and that. Who kill this Cameroon and they die plenty so? Who kill them? Who kill all that made they kill them? Why probably are not talk say investigation will start for know who kill these people? None of those people them they die because they want die. But because some man shoot them. Now who shoot them? Why investigation no they talk about the matter? Why not talk say they go make investigation? None of those things them, matter for your heart, matter for your hate, care about, care about all these things. That can we make flimsy promises them again. People they do doctorate, let me say PhD them. They go open and they go start them. Woman they go do so. Now the same promises we probably don't make since 82. Look at it today. I mean say since 1982 wake up for power for the 6th of November. Now the same flimsy promises them, empty promises we make up. My people them. I salute to na Elise. I salute to Eseme Elise. I get your point. Tapasi. I also pronounce the name of Tamarisi. Tamarisi. I salute to. I hope you define. Kenneth Doris. I hope you define Doris. Dodo. I hope the thing work fine. I get my pikin name na Doris. Then I get some other cause way na Doris too. So I salute to. Yeah, you want to go for 50 years. Probably I want to rule for 50 years. You remember saying the rule. In a rule, no nothing. Now people that around you, they rule. You just do a different thing and then they talk say the rule. Mutation newspaper talk say woman and pikin. That talk we probably talk. Now just empty talk we don't already talk them again since long time. And then he talk about electoral reform for institution them. He say which side probably which level we probably need where you want to go for send me the matter it come where. So other newspaper they call us say le messager talk say 7 years for coma. That means say Cameroon will go under a comatic situation. Eric Chinje talk say the call people in Cameroon and then for number C project. Another newspaper for here. Mark get that other newspaper because now the Guardian Post way are defined. And before I show Guardian Post, we get emergence newspaper we talk say post-electoral crisis. Paul Biya, American congressmen them they prepare some sanction against Paul Biya. And the reason that America never congratulate Paul Biya still rich now, so they prepare some big time sanction where they go put on top of their head. Come now so the matter is. And then Mayo Savannah Eddie Said talk say Boko Haram they enter for that side for Bundere. Boko Haram they enter for that side for Bundere. The Guardian newspaper talk say Biya's 43 years reign enters new term amid turmoil. And then open letter to the people of Cameroon and the international community by Eric Chinje Are Obinson, Project C promoter. Now the newspaper now they talk we get also the voice where say Pobia begins 8 mandates on a platter of uncertainty the rain. We'll see how it go work out. We'll see how it go. But the whole matter I say Mr. Pobia, if he been at some person where he like dialogue, where like for talk about peace, where like for talk about reconciliation. If you enter say okay, we go try for begin dialogue. But I always say I get army, I get muscles. No man no try. If you wanna try, I go do this and that. If you wanna try, I go do this and that. Now so Pobia be educated. Now so Pobia the thing since where it take power, say now by force, now by instilling fear, now by how people time again, now by brutalizing. Now the kind of thing that if you make all man respect you, and then people then they do different things, they enter for begin take care for see the one make a see the one even look his power small because na power na country he get land certificate for Cameroon. Now he be the owner for Cameroon. The Guardian Post newspaper talks about it this morning time. They say Biya begins 8th term with more empty promises. We now understand that the Guardian Post don't talk at the morning time so. Now for Kwendo write the article, he say the head of state president Paul Biya took the oath of service for the 9th time yesterday, marking the start of an 8th term that will see him rule Cameroon till October 2032. But his inaugural speech, which gave an idea of how the next 7 years will be, ordinary Cameroonians analyzed and saying it was far from meeting the growing expectation of Cameroonians. Critics say, for the most part, Biya's speech shortly after the war to serve without reserve was void of inspiration and full of what citizens have been hearing from the last 43 years. For a mandate he won with a difficult context, dropping points to a mere 53.66% of the vote from 71.28% just 7 years ago. Biya 8th-term speech analysts say was not only full of empty promises, but déjà entendu. Now, try to talk for you now. That means I don't waste my time for listening to Biya's speech. I don't get time. I don't get time for begin to say, "One guy should not begin here wait to go talk." Not the way Paul Biya go talk. We never talk him. Not the if you go when I go look his speech since 1982. Now the same speech where they make us take it now. That means when I don't forget the man where he say they make mistake. Human being wait to say they make mistake. Anything we don't do, it correct. For where we in it, let me say, if a man consider himself like person who ever made mistake, let me say the God. I don't wonder why some minister that they call it say the creator. Because if Paul Biya be being a normal human being, or he being a person who thinks he be normal human being, he go no say, if you make error, you correct the error for move forward. But the man be obstinate about anything where he do. When you don't do something, he no wrong, he no ever wrong, he get right. And then when I go see empty brain them, where they say they get PhD, they will come for TV, where they say they be lecturer them, they come and explain them for people how a human being never make error, no fit make error. You now understand now? And then they pretend to be Christian. Because even for Bible, error be human. But a human being, when he recognize they don't make error, he take himself for God. And no human being no be God. You know if you be immortal, then you say you be God. Simple person will go die tomorrow, you be God. You the worker, if you talk short up for my way, no supposed to talk short up, you be God. It be very wrong. And these people are doing this thing for quite some time now. They keep on doing it again and again and again. You know, 8 times. That means say you be president for 92 years. You want to be president for only 100 years. 100. And then it be normal for point where people they appreciate them. People that are around you, they say, yes, we're president, we're president, we're president. Now they see the way they mock Cameroon for the way now. Cameroon, they mock Cameroon seriously. Congolese them, Ivorian them, all man they mock Cameroon. Cameroon don't turn on so I say in a mocking matter. I say any man just should not so it mock Cameroon. They laugh. But they don't get time. You know why? They don't get time because the most important thing for them I say they go International Monetary Fund, they borrow money for they buy their motor then they borrow money, they build their palaces then for they build their range for they borrow money, they travel abroad. Normally, no problem, no good happen. The day small, anything if happen, no man will no get for complain. Una complain, una be who una the complain. Una no get for complain. Una no get for complain. And then this woman where they call it say to money Damjoya a woman. He be courageous. He reject Paul Biya inaugural speech. He reject them. He for official statement we make him. He say that speech in an empty speech. He be supposed to make speech where he will call for unity, and then he began to talk about genuine unity. You know, if you come for election where you know winner because you talk about electoral lies, and then where you silence dissenting voices, and then you make speech. The speech no be sincere, no call for national dialogue, no based speech based on truth and justice, no deep reform for electoral system, and then you talk say you president where they don't put you for chair. So he reject in toto the inaugural speech for Paul Biya, and they talk about corruption, he talk about injustice for the country. Now the two way it happened that countryman, countrywoman. For that side, for Garua, some people they burn house for some CPD and big man for the way they call it say Muhammadu Mwadi. They put fire for a BB house. They burn and they roast the house. Now them burn the house, man no. They waiting they go. They be supposed to talk about peace, reconciliation, and all that. But as I don't tell you now, for people they know, I don't watch news for the call for long time. Long time. I never ever see so one day we probably recognize they don't make mistake. He never ever recognize they don't make mistake. No one day. He owner say he be right, and then when I see people they go come, they go support you, they go my papa. For that side for Mayo country people, they born house for mayor for Mayo Balue, burn your house. As I talk for una so, they put fire for your house, they burn them. Vex don't. Let me say the Vex only show place where it pass place safe. And then so other video they were circulate for CPD and militant the way they enter motor say they glad victory for Paul Biya. Bam, accident happen. People they pass, they talk for this now. The two if it happen for now. When on a thief election, and so the thing it day. So countrywoman. The way the thing they work out, the way the thing they go. Man no know play where go come out. Man no know if you no go come out or it go be the way it don't be. But as I be tell una, US lawmakers then, they don't write for Marco Rubio, Secretary of State for America. They ask for react immediately for the post-electoral violence will take place for Cameroon. About 9 of the parliamentarians for America, they write a long book for ask Marco Rubio for react for the violence will take place for Cameroon after election. Congress of the United States, I'll read them for now before we go. Washington, D.C., 2513, November 4, 2025. The Honorable Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, U.S. Department of State, I'm going to leave that street, I'm going to read the team. Dear Secretary Rubio, we are writing to express our deep concern regarding the post-election crisis in the Republic of Cameroon following the October 12, 2025 presidential elections. The ongoing tensions, widespread human rights violations, and reported electoral irregularities threaten both the stability of Cameroon and the security of the Central African region, with a serious implication for United States interest. President Paul Biya, 93 years old and now in power for 43 years, was declared the winner with 53.66% of the vote, while Issa Chiroma Bakare reportedly received 35.19%. More than 8 million registered voters participated, demonstrating the Cameroonian people's strong commitment to democracy. However, the election unfolded under severe restriction on political freedoms and widely reported electoral irregularities, raising serious concerns about the election's integrity. The disqualification of main opposition leader Maurice Kamto, the suspension of independent civil society organizations such as the Network of Human Rights Defenders in Central Africa, REDEC, and the arbitrary arrest and detention of opposition supporters, journalists, and activists ahead of the elections, were a serious erosion of democratic norms and principles required for free and fair elections. On election day, reports of pre-stuffed ballot individuals voting multiple times and tribulating inconsistencies in Douala, Bamenda, and Garoua further undermine confidence in Cameroon's elections process. In addition, armed conflict in the north and Anglophone regions of Cameroon, which disenfranchised thousands of citizens, contributed to citizens' loss of faith in election. Following the election, political violence and unlawful detention incidents include the shooting and death of Madame Zaora, a teacher in Garoua, on the 21st of October 2021. The abduction and murder of Abe Michael, a member of Cameroon's parliament, by secessionists on the 22nd of October this same year. The arrest of Anise Ekane, Florence Ticho, Jacob Kamini, 3 top figures in the Union for Change, a political coalition that endorsed opposition candidate Issa Chiroma Bakari, and several Cameroon National Salvation Front, CNSF, party activists. The arrest of activist Fabrice Guerra in Douala. Cameroonian security forces have also reportedly arrested civilians and minors unrelated to ongoing demonstrations, including Professor Jean-Calvin Abe, a key Chiroma advisor at his home in Yaoundé. His whereabouts remain unknown. The refusal to acknowledge Professor Abe's own detention or to provide information regarding his whereabouts continues an enforced disappearance, a crime under international law. Additionally, the Associated Press reports that at least 4 people were shot in Douala and dozens detained in post-election protests. Meanwhile, the Cameroon Bar Association condemned the deterioration of the rule of law and the blatant violations of human rights nationwide by Cameroon government. Cameroon's political crisis and its security and regional implications. In the far north of Cameroon, Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa ISWAP continue cross-border raids, kidnappings, and suicide bombing in Mora, Kolofata, and Fotokol. Post-election instability could divert Cameroon military focus and weaken cooperation under the Multinational Joint Task Force, MNGTF, with Nigeria and Chad. In Cameroon's Anglophone regions, ongoing violence by separatist groups, armed forces, and criminal activities has a potential to reignite conflict and derail fragile peace initiatives, which may be further exacerbated by a contested election. Since 2017, separatist violence has displaced approximately 700,000 people and has been responsible, for approximately 6,000 deaths. Cameroon's political stability is vital to the U.S. national security interests in Africa. Positioned at crossroads of Central and West Africa, Cameroon acts as a critical buffer against extremist groups like Boko Haram and ISIS's West Africa province. Further instability there could create a vacuum for terrorism, organized crimes, and foreign influence to spread across the region, threatening U.S. Counter-terrorism efforts. A stable Cameroon also secures the maritime routes in the Gulf of Guinea, protecting global trade and energy supplies. In short, maintaining Cameroon's stability helps safeguard U.S. strategic, economic, and security interests across the increasingly volatile region. National political figures and influential region leaders, supported by international partners such as the United Nations, France, the European Union, and the neighboring Chad and Nigeria, must act promptly and decisively to settle the crisis before it fuels further unrest and pushes Cameroon into political chaos. Bilateral and policy consideration. That will be the end. And the last page is Cameroon has been a significant U.S. partner in counter-terrorism, maritime security, and humanitarian response in the Gulf of Guinea region. Yet, continued democratic backsliding jeopardizes this partnership. The U.S. states suspended Cameroon's eligibility under the African Growth and Opportunity Act (AGOA) in January 2020 due to persistent human rights abuses by the security forces. A renewed political crisis in Cameroon could spill into Nigeria, Chad, Gabon, and the Central African region, destabilizing the Lake Chad Basin and Gulf of Guinea security corridors. A credible and transparent resolution to the electoral crisis is essential to Cameroon's unity, legitimacy, and regional stability. The U.S. must be steadfast in protecting Americans' interests, supporting democracy, human rights, and the rule of law in Cameroon. In light of these developments, we respectfully request that you brief us at your earliest convenience on actions taken by the Department of State. 2. 1. It's all political prisoners, respect fundamental freedoms and the will of its people. 2. Hold perpetrators of crimes and human rights violations accountable, including security personnel implicated in unlawful killings and arbitrary arrests. 3. Preserve peace by urging all parties, government, opposition, and civil society to refrain from violence and engage in non-violent dispute resolution. 4. Support inclusive political dialogue with mediation by regional and international partners to diffuse tension and facilitate a peaceful presidential transition. Thank you for your prompt attention to the matter. We look forward to your response regarding the department actions to protect American interests in Cameroon and promote peace, accountability, and democratic governance in Cameroon. This document, they send about Jonathan Jackson, member for Congress, Sydney Kamlage Dove, member for Congress, and then una get who sign them again. Una get Eleanor Helmes, member for Congress, Shell Philus, member for Congress. Una get Yvette Clark, member for Congress. Jennifer McClellan. Una get Andre Carson. Una get again Simon Wittman, James McGovern. Now these parliamentarians, they signed this document where US they talk about election palaba for Cameroon. So now so the matter ide countryman, and I say my own end for today. For this time, sorry, because if you come back live anytime. We learn to say the US don't congratulate Paul Biya. I get the message for you when I want to marry them for now. The United States congratulates President Paul Biya on his inauguration. We look forward to continuing our strong partnership with Cameroon to advance shared goals such as regional peace and security and prosperity for both our peoples. Now, diplomacy, even if they know they vex, so sometimes they get for talk, so they don't talk. So they see what to go happen and how the event go to unfold. Now, so the matter it is. So I salute on again. Now, never subscribe now. Bye bye.